heard about it when I was a kid. It's a religion.
That stuff, yeah.
That's stuff.
Scientology, like Dianetics, you don't have to be religious to use Dianetics. It's just a book about the way the mind works.
So Dianetics is separate from...
Yeah, but any Scientologist will use Dianetics, but you don't have to be a Scientologist to use it. Like here. This is basically what it's all about.
Dianetics, the all-time self-help bestseller. If you've ever felt there was something wrong with you want to be your mind. So gets rid of the reactive mind. What is the reactive mind?
Reactive mind, Yoshi.
Gets rid of the reactive mind. I'm real curious to know what that is.
Basically goes over.
How the mind works.
In a pinch. Like fundamentally, I mean, you've got structure and all that, right? You've got the different parts of the brain, but you have like the actual, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't know.
Okay, well, like
structure,
like parts of the brain. You have the medulla oblongata, you have the different areas, but we're just talking
physically.
About, yeah, physically. We're just talking about function though.
Okay.
Like there's the part of your brain that works analytically. There's the part of your brain that, you know, reacts to things. In other words, like there's that, like you touch something hot, your body reacts to it, right?
Okay. You react. All right. That's
yeah.
hot. Okay.
So like, the mind has these two distinct parts. One of them, which is conscious, you know, that's you. It's your ability to think things through, and you know, your personality. And all that. That's the analytical portion. It can think things through. And the other one's a pretty tougher part, but it just works off of stimulus response. Like it goes, okay.
Okay. So I see you have reactive mind listed there twice.
Yeah. So
and it's listed in like a hot red fireball.
Hot red fireball, exactly.
Like because it's bad.
Well, in a sense, like it's got something. Like this is the idea. Like as far as memory goes, it's very similar to like a strip of film. Like you've got consecutive, images that go in a sequence. That's your memory. Like on a timeline.
Could be.
When you're thinking about
video, if you're thinking video,
well,
you're
just
thinking
to put
pictures.
It into some sort of term. You know what I mean?
Unless you're blind.
Unless you're blind, but you got the idea. You have a recording that has time on it. It's called a time trap. And so, like most standard recordings, like you remember them fully, they're stored in the analytical portion of the person's mind. But whenever a person has a moment of pain or unconsciousness or whatever, those, instead of it really being memory, it's more of a recording or an impression. And
It's
so,
still memory, though.
Yeah, but you don't totally remember. Like you're unconscious. You know what I mean?
If it's traumatic. Like I know a kid who got in a really bad car accident and he was in a coma for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he woke up and he didn't remember anything. And that's your mind's way of making sure you don't remember it because it was extremely traumatic. And if you did remember...
it's also shut down.
But if you did remember every second of that traumatic experience, it would haunt you forever and make your life horrible.
Would it?
Probably. If you got ran over by a Mack truck and had to relive that memory every day because it was...
Well, if you had to relive it every day, that would be different. But like here's an example. Like for example, like you do have the person who gets hit by a car or a motorcycle accident or whatever, and the next time they go to do that, like they just get this feeling.
I can't ride the motorcycle anymore.
Or like, oh
I'm
shit,
afraid
there's a Mack truck. Or there's a little dog. They don't remember. They can't. Logically speaking, there's nothing that's going on that says, okay, that happened years ago. There's no that computational step isn't there.
Okay, so that experience.
That experience is
stored in your reactive mind.
Yeah.
And
so
Scientology, or Dianetics, or Scientology, will free you or get rid of your reactive mind. That's what the piece of paper said.
Yeah.
It said, we will get rid of your reactive mind for you.
That's basically it in a nutshell. Like, okay, you have stimulus response, right? You know what that is?
Sure, I punch you in the face and you...
punch back. Or I just react to it, right? I react
to
the situation. I'm not really thinking. That can go so far as along the line of somebody just yelling at somebody else when they didn't mean to. They're reacting to the situation.
Right. You're impatient, so you're like defensive.
Even that, or like the person, whatever, they're like reminded of old past arguments, and so they're really hashing out on the guy.
Right.
There's no real business. And so what this does is it gets that information here to be reprocessed. In other words, like when you have like whatever the situation is, whatever it is, like the guy's got some mystery about it. I'm not entirely sure how the events went down, whatever, so he's kind of clueless with it. But if you can have him go down and actually recall it, so he can actually take a look at the information and figure it out, so it no longer has that effect on him.
Okay.
It won't hit him like, oh shit, there's a dog. I'm worried. Like here, this film. I'm going to show you what it's all about.
Okay.
If you really want to know what is going on, so,
I'll think about it. I actually saw it in the library. So.
Well, go get it. It's in every library in the world. Not one library in the world does not have it. So if you want to know what it is,
I really don't want to watch a video, dude. I really don't. I'd rather talk to a human being. Honestly, but I still want to get to the answer to the question of.
this will answer your question.
No. I know, but the answer, to me, it's like you can answer a lot of things, a lot of ways, but an answer to me is not, hey, read a book. An answer to me is, tell me, guide me to why I should read it. So, but what I want to, the reactive mind thing really interests me because, yeah, I react to shit every day, and I've learned over life to not react the way I would normally react, or the way I would have reacted when I was 18. Now I react as a grown adult, and I stop and think and calmly process the situation. And I got to ask you though, I like my mind, and I like all the parts of it. I like all the aspects of it. I like the fact that I can react to things or not react to things. When you say that you're going to rid yourself of your reactive mind, that scares me. Because I don't want to rid myself of any part of my mind. I want it all.
Well, like, just to clarify on that.
I'm not. And watch it because
If you're going to give it to me, I'll take it and watch it, but I'm not going to buy anything.
I don't have one to give you, but
Well, I'm not going to buy anything. But I'm just
If
saying.
you want to know, you need to look at that.
Look,
from
I'll
that-
go to the library and I'll pick it up.
Okay,
I will.
that-
I swear to God, I promise you, I will. I'll go to the library, I'll pick it up, and I'll read it. But that was the one thing. Like, we came over here and he was like, there's a single source of all your stress, your reactive mind. Dianetics gets rid of the reactive mind. I don't want anything to get rid of any part of my mind. I want to keep it all, and I want it to grow. I want more parts of my mind. If I was a killer or a rapist, yeah, I would want those parts of my mind completely done away with, please. But I'm not. I'm a good person. Yes, I react to things. I make mistakes. But I learn from those mistakes. And that bothers me a little bit, to get rid of a part of your natural mind.
Well, if you really want to understand it, the best thing to do is, again, read the book. There's nothing else to really say.
But you guys are ambassadors. You guys are trying to tell us why or tell people on the street or that come in your store.
Well, our job
Why?
is not to try to convince anybody. That's
Your job is to sell books.
negative. My job is to sell books. My job is to be able to show only you can see what's true. And I was not going to try to ever try.
And without seeing the video or the book or whatever, I can't see
not
what's
even
true.
that. You will see what it is, and you will see if it's applicable to you, and you will see how intimately it connects or it doesn't connect with what you know or don't know. There's no words that are going to come out of my mouth that's going to convince you one
Why
way or
not?
the other.
Why can't you recite some paragraphs? You have to
because I
read it
don't
start to
memorize
finish,
I
kind of
would-
thing.
Well, it's a thing. It's a subject. So if you want to know what it is, it's really a matter of picking up and reading it. There's all kinds of information about it all over.
I remember hearing about it when I was like 10, walking through the mall, walking past the bookstore and seeing it in the window. That was the last time I heard about Dianetics or Scientology. And then I saw like the Tom Cruise thing. And
Yeah. Well, it's $20 if you want to get it, or you can go to the library and check it out.
I want inner conflict. Insecurity, negative thoughts, depression, and depression. Use Dianetics and get rid of your reactive mind. Some are successful. Dianetics free the empty. Chick Corea. He's a guitar player, right? Chick Corea, yeah. So this is